You know what?
What?
I have an idea. We solved the problem in the bed.
Oh.
So...
That's a great idea. You could give me a massage.
No, I was not thinking about a massage.
Yeah.
Marissa and Edward had a serious conversation after their explosive fight. And what happens next completely changes the direction of their relationship. The couple had been dealing with tension, and with their wedding getting closer, Edward knew they couldn't simply ignore what happened. He was concerned because things had seemed to be going well between them, but the latest argument became a major warning sign that they needed to address their problems before getting married.
After the fight last night that we have, I'm concerned because she was doing so well the last 2 weeks before. And right now, this big fight is a big red flag that we need to figure out before we get married.
Hi.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay.
So last night was fun.
Oh, yeah.
The wedding is just around the corner, we set out to really reconnect last night and that didn't happen.
I know that you don't like people being a little aggressive or things like this, but the bull that you tried to give me, I really think that was unnecessary.
You need to read my emotion better, if I'm in the mood for a serious conversation like I am right now, you'll see it in my face. If I'm in the mood to relax and have fun, read that and don't try to get into deep conversations with me in those moments. It kills the mood.
Yeah, you're right. I think what I was trying to say last night is that I was want to finish with our conversation and just move forward.
I have to take some accountability too, because I know that you don't like being hung up on or being walked away from. It was just I needed to kind of regroup and get myself together, and I didn't want to be insulting, but I thought that was a better option than to sit at the table and just be aggravated. I've really been trying to soften how I speak to Edward. I was a little hangry and, but I shouldn't have responded that way, that's not fair to him. All he wanted to do was express his emotions and how he was feeling, and I feel like I'm at fault for not giving him the space and the opportunity to just speak freely without, having a negative response. Yeah, I also have to admit, I started seeing red because I was just, at that point, super hangry, and I just...
Hangry?
Hangry. Yeah.
Angry, you mean angry?
No, I mean hangry. It's hungry, because I haven't eaten all day, which makes me angry. So, hangry.
Hangry. It's a new word for me.
It's a little bit of an American slang.
It's I don't know how you say that in English, but in Spanish we say, tanto nadar para morir en la orilla. Means people swim a lot and basically dying when supposed to go outside the water. I don't want to be like that because this is not the end. This is the beginning with a wonderful life that we want to build together.
Yeah. Well, funny that you say that, because one of the things that I did want to tell you last night was that even though I've had so many doubts and concerns, I finally feel with all of the effort that we've made these last 10 or 12 days or whatever, I was going to tell you, every time I get a doubt, somehow, some way, something you do or something you say changes that and brings me back to why we're here in the first place. I have made the decision that I still do want to marry you. You're my person. You're my soulmate. Oh, I learned that in Spanish. Media naranja.
Naranja.
Which makes no sense. even through all of our ups and downs, I'm not ready to give up on our relationship. For some reason, even though we have lots of conflicts, especially now that he's here in the United States, I'm always drawn back to him. I always feel like this is the one that I was made to be with, and I might get angry and express my emotions too harshly sometimes, but I always regain that sense of love for him.
Ooh. You know what?
What?
I have an idea. We solved the problem in the bed.
Oh.
So
That's a great idea. You could give me a massage.
no, I was not thinking
take a
about a
nap.
massage.
Yeah,
I was
that's a
thinking
great
about
idea.
When Marissa and Edward finally talk, Marissa immediately explains that she believes Edward needs to understand her emotions better. She tells him that there are moments when she wants to have fun and relax, and there are other moments when she is ready for a serious conversation. For Marissa, being able to recognize those different moods is important because she doesn't want every situation to turn into a deep conversation when she isn't emotionally prepared for it. Edward then explains his side of what happened. He admits that he wanted to finish their previous conversation and move forward, but he also takes accountability for walking away. Edward explains that he knows Marissa doesn't like being hung up on or having someone walk away from her during an argument. However, he says he needed time to regroup and get himself together rather than remain at the table while he was becoming increasingly aggravated. That explanation gives Marissa an opportunity to reflect on her own behavior. She admits that she has been trying to soften the way she speaks to Edward. She acknowledges that she was angry and shouldn't have responded to him the way she did. More importantly, Marissa recognizes that Edward was simply trying to express his emotions, and she feels she should have given him the space to speak freely without immediately responding negatively. Edward also admits that he was extremely hungry during their argument, which he says contributed to him becoming angry. The conversation then takes a much more positive turn. Edward explains that despite having doubts and concerns about their relationship, the effort they have made over the past several days has changed his perspective. Whenever another doubt comes into his mind, something Marissa does or says brings him back to the reason they're together. Then Edward makes the biggest statement of the entire conversation. He tells Marissa that he has decided he still wants to marry her. He calls her his person and his soulmate, making it clear that despite everything they've been through, he is not ready to walk away from their relationship. Marissa feels the same way. She admits that even though they have experienced plenty of ups and downs, she continues to feel drawn back to Edward. She acknowledges that she can become angry and express herself too harshly, but she always finds her way back to the love she has for him. That completely changes the mood between them. Instead of allowing another argument to push them further apart, they end the conversation looking toward their future together. And then Edward makes a playful suggestion about how they can solve their problems. Marissa laughs it off, but the important part is that the tension between them has finally eased. After everything that happened, both Marissa and Edward are once again choosing the relationship and moving forward with their plans to build a life together.